Summer of Save the Victual. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. Today we are doing a better late than never and playing with Nomad Cosmetics. I'm actually going to have a few of these to do because I have a few on loan and one I naughtily purchased. But we are starting with the Safari palette today. And if that's something you're into, you know what? You're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Hydration. Check out this little Nomad drinking bottle, which will lead me to what we're playing with today, Nomad Cosmetics. So I think I'm going to do maybe a week of better late than never with Nomad Cosmetics. So my friend was doing an order and had picked up for herself one palette that I already own, but also picked up the new Okavango Safari, which was the latest from Nomad, and also picked up the Cartagena palette here, and then picked up for me the Nomad Royal Europe. So this is the one that just came out to be for the Okavango Safari. And look at this packaging, and it's all like, I don't know if you can see it, it's all raised up and textural. This is like the cardboard part is shiny, but they're kind of the same Nomad kind feel, but this is really special. And then you open it up, and again, of course, it has paper instead of plastic, which I love. And then here is the color story. It did come with a little bit of a boo-boo, teeny-weeny one there, but that is okay. Nothing to write home to mother about. But this is this beautiful color story here. I wanted to shoot with this one first, but I'm gonna go to a cat sanctuary today. So I thought maybe I might wanna look a little bit more neutral. So I thought we're gonna start with the newest Nomad, and that is the Safari palette. So I will put these away. And then the Cartagena one, I never had it on my list because it felt too neutral to me. But this one, I'll show you when we do the video, is definitely nicer in person. So I will say it now if somebody's wanting to get it. I think this is one of the ones being retired, and it was at a good discount if they have any left. So I'm gonna pop these other two away here, and then we're gonna play with the Safari palette. So let's take a look at this color story. I liked this one as well. You can kind of see it on the back cover. They show the color story, and then it is like a soft texture on the front. And then again as well, the paper. And then this is the color story here. It is pretty neutral, but it does have some of my favorite things, which are greens. So I thought, and then I kind of wanted to see, well, let's swatch it. What is this one all about? So it's like a zebra print, but ooh, it's silver. So I thought we would play with this one first. So for the first of the Nomads Better Late Than Never, we're going to play with the Safari palette today. So, and as always, we are going to prime our eyes. I wasn't that ahead of the game this morning. Like I said, I'm going to go to the cat sanctuary again with my friend Amy. And her husband and son are camping. They took the new doggo with. So we are able to have some fun today and play with all the kitties. And then we decided we wanted to do brunch first. So I'm a little bit behind because I thought we were going to meet a little bit later, like maybe another, ooh, oh, that eyelash glue, I tell you, that's probably the reason why I don't wear a lot of eyelash glue to divert for a second, is that it seems to take forever to get it out of my lashes. But anyways, so since she is, and then the kitty, well, which I will get to visit when I get there, will be fine to snooze for a few hours while we go and have brunch and then go to the cat sanctuary. So yeah, so since we decided to add brunch into the mix, I have to get my crap together a little bit earlier. So I think I posted on another video when we went to the cat sanctuary. It's always a lot of fun. And I might look to see, I'd have to get it I think I should send out an email this morning because I thought maybe I could foster one of the kittens because we're having mass fires here in British Columbia. So they're taking in a lot of cats coming up from Kelowna and Kamloops and stuff. So I was going to look into maybe if I could foster one for a few weeks, one that just needs a little bit of help before being adopted. But I have somebody in my strata that is persnickety and I'm already capped out at 2 cats. So anyway, so that is kind of on the list today. So like I said, I had to get a little bit going and I thought I want to do something really fun and super colorful with the Royal Europe. So I thought maybe I'll do a little natural today. So and plus this is the newest, so I won't be too late. Later than never, better later than never. Alrighty, so we do want to play with the greens in here, like a green and a gold maybe, but there is this shade in here that is called Rumbling Elephants. So it is, just to try to not blind you with the mirror, is this shade here. Oh, look at that. So when I look down at it, it looks almost black, but it is the darkest of greens. So I think we are going to do that on our outer edge. So Rumbling Elephants to start. Get ourselves a flippy little brush here. So a little rumbling and elephants on the outside here. I want to do a deep dive into my Nomad collection and go over the palettes that I like. But I have lent my Haunted palette from last year's Halloween to Martha because she is always so kind as to lend me her new palettes. And a lot of times I get to have first phalanges in. So she was she's like, oh, maybe I should have picked it up because she ended up watching a couple of videos and I says, well, why don't you borrow mine? Because I'm always borrowing yours. So there we are. So I might have to wait a little bit. We are both looking at the new Halloween palette. Looks really good. Ghost Town. Alrighty, so there we go. There's this dark green. It does have an almost gray cast to it. I have a lighter primer on there. I guess I could have used my normal primer, but now that I've been kind of digging into this. Alrighty, and there we go. I have a little bit of a point, but not too much. There we go. I think I like that. So that was the Rumbling Elephants. I'm just going to give one more pat on each side. Can always build it up some more with a more stiffer brush, but I just kind of want to just play and pop some of the colors on to start and see what we want to do. Because not that I mind if I wear a crazy eye look out and if people like it or not, I generally don't care, but I just thought I would be a little bit neutral today. And this does lean a little bit green with neutral. So, oh, the shimmery striped orange one is very pretty too. So that's the silver one. So that is really pretty too. So nice. Alrighty, so we've done the Rumbling Elephants. Now we are going to go, oh, that is a mirror. We are now going to go into the shade that is called Chief's Island. And that is the next darkest green in the palette. So we're going to go and do that. I think this was the reason why I was contemplating this palette originally, if I wasn't trying to do a no-buy, was that middle row there. But some of these other colors, now that I'm kind of swatching them, like that orange, I think I like this top row. Ooh, I should have done maybe an orange look. Oh well. You know I'm going to gravitate to things that are green. So there, oh, that's beautiful. It's like almost like a peacoat green. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then yesterday, we didn't go on a safari, but my friend Martha and I went on a pirate ship. We have it's a place called Granville Island, which is like a, I guess touristy. It's a great big market that has artisans. It has a food market in the middle where you can pick stuff up to eat. So it has little restaurants, and then it has cheese makers, bread makers, fresh vegetables, jams and jellies, specialty desserts, anything you can think of pretty much there. Donuts. bagels, like everything you can think about. And then on the outside, it's got all little shops and stuff that have different artisans where you can buy things. I bought myself a little ring. So because we thought we'd wander around, grab something to eat before our cruise. And then they have a pirates cruise. They have an adult one in the evening, but we ended up just taking one in the afternoon, which of course meant that there was a lot of kids, but it kind of made that kind of fun because they were having such a good time. It was kind of really joyous to watch. And then you can watch the little actors play like pirates, and it was a lot of fun. So I went with my friend Martha. And yeah, so we went to the market. So we had enough time to check out a few places. I picked up some green olive bread. She picked up like a sauce, and she picked up some bread as well. Then we picked up something for lunch, and then we wandered and looked at some of the stores. It was really nice. And then we headed off on our cruise. I dressed up a bit. If I remember, maybe I'll pop up a photo. And you could, when you get there, they have things like hats and scarves and vests to make you feel all piratey, and they'll put on some makeup on you if you want. But I left that for most of the kids, and it was very cute. Some of the adults took part in some of the shenanigans. It was really, really good. All right, so I like that green a lot. I'm trying to use more color, so I'm trying not to go too far over. So, and then the next shade that I'm interested in using is the one that is called Vambora Plains, and that is that green there. So that is really, really pretty. Now I'm wondering if I want to, well, maybe we'll swatch them and then we'll see if that's what we want to do, because there is a mustardy green, but then I'm just really kind of digging that orange, and I wonder if a little orange would look fun as the next shade, or use that orangey shimmer. But then that green shimmer looks good. So here we are. I'm conflicted, so it definitely means I might want to do another look at another time, even if it's just for my Instagram or just for me to wear before I have to give this bad boy back. Okay, so the first two shades didn't have a lot of kick out. This one has a little bit. I don't know if it's the brush because it's a bit denser, or if it's just that shadow. But yeah, this one just has a teeny bit more kick out in the pan. Yeah, no, this is one of my favorite brands. I have quite a few palettes, but you know, I was sad that there's a few, the Monteverde palette I'm still eyeing like crazy. But I was like, if I was going to take part of that sale, because Martha ships, she gets free shipping. So it was like, okay, I can only pick one. So I picked the Royal Europe because it was newer, and there's just something that a smidge that I liked better, but that Monteverde one looks so good too. They know how to do color stories. Sometimes you think, like that Cartagena one, I was thinking that looking at it online, it's not really my thing, but then I see it in person and it's kind of like, yeah, it is nicer than I thought it was. So there we go. We've got our greens there. They're blending nicely together. And yeah, because we've got this shade here that is called, gold on brown is hard to read, Moremi Game Reserve. So that is that shade here, Awkward Angle, sorry. And it is this here. Could do that on the inside. But then I've been looking, if I want to do like an orange why do I keep putting the mirror in front of my face? Orange shimmer, I kind of liked this one called Elusive Leopards. We wanted to do one more matte. Oh, now I have that on the other side, so I can't compare. Hold on. And there we go. And then there is that Elusive Leopard. You know, I think I'm going to end up doing a look with the top row, so I think I'm going to go with the Game Reserve shade. Who saw that coming? Okay, so I'm gonna just clean off this brush and use the same one because it's nice and small, and then pop that up front. Yeah, I think that's the perfect finish. I mean, they put these, I'm gonna assume they put these in a row for a reason. Like you could definitely do the, each row as a separate look for sure. The top row, the middle row, and the bottom row, and then mix at will. There we go. Yeah, this is a really nice shade too. Yeah, I think that perfectly finishes and complements this look here. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks good. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, so now I'm going to use this brush, and then we're going to go back into our, was it Rambling Elephants? So that was the dark green, and using a more denser brush. Like I said, looking at this angle, it looks almost black, but then when I put it on my finger, it looked kind of green. It's a very interesting shade. I'm going to pop that, a smoky shade. I guess it was supposed to be an elephant, so like they seem to have like a gray, interesting gray color, so maybe it's like a gray green. Yeah, there we go, just a teeny bit more dark on the edge. Then for the shimmer, and I remember to bring the Never Ending Spray. This is like, seriously, this is a Nomad Cosmetics in this bottle because I lost the sprayer for the other one, but it keeps going and going and going. It's like Mary Poppins bag. Okay. So we're going to go and use this for the main shimmer. We're going to use this one here. It has the speckles in it, and it's called Nile Crocodile. Oh, I like that. It rhymes. Okay, so I'm going to go onto the brush. I'm going to use some spray. If I remember right, these do really well with sprays, but I also know they've been playing with formula. I think the Halloween one has some new formulas. So anyways, let's pop that on. Oh yeah, that's really, really pretty. Now they're definitely generally more your everyday type shimmers, but like I said, I do like those. I don't, when it comes to a highlighter, I always want to be seen from space, but for eyeshadows, sometimes it's just nice to have that little bit of shimmery thing, but you're not blinding people that are looking at you. But it still has that nice effect. And then let's put a little bit on the flangey, because we always got to do the flangey test. And then you can see really how pretty that is. And then let's see if we get, yeah, there we go. Yeah. I know some people don't like using their fingers, but old school putting on eyeshadow, you either had foamy applicators, words are hard, or your phalanges. So there we go. That is so pretty. I like it. So that's a good, fun, well, green look. I was gonna say neutral look, but we went with the neutral, with the greens instead of the neutrals. But I still think that will be nice to going to the market with. So I'm gonna go into, yeah, I'm gonna go into that same dark shade, and then I'm gonna do that along the bottom lash line. Oh yeah, I'm liking this palette. Good choice, Martha. Alrighty, so, and then for inner corner, I want to play with that silvery shade. So that was the one that I did in the beginning that is called Migrating Zebras. So I think I want to do that in the inner corner to add some super bright with some silver. It looks like it's white, and it looks like a white and gray mixed together, but it turns into, like, at least it did on the swatch, to a silver. So let's see what we get here. No, it went a little bit more gray. So interesting. Maybe it depends on how you swipe it, or how big of a swipe you get. Swiper, stop swiping. Does anybody know where that's from? Parents will, I would assume. I think my godkids liked back in the day. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go do liner, base, and all that good stuff, and then we'll come back to see what the final results are. And here we go, done with our final look. I just put a light shimmery green liner on the top, a darker liner on the waterline, my regular base, and then this new lip product that I had in my ice cream box. Yeah, that I'm trying to play with, trying to decide if I totally like it or not. But I'm kind of figuring out the formula, so I think it's all right. So this is our look using the I cannot pronounce this, Okavango Safari, so we'll call it the Safari palette. And again, one more look at the color story. We basically used that shade, that shade, that shade, that shade, and that shade, oh, and this shade. So we tried a few. I definitely want to play with that top row because these orangey shimmery shades there are looking really good. But I enjoyed my first play with this palette. Now, the neutral shades aside, I don't know if I have any of these kind of orangey shades, but I definitely could recreate this eye look with products that I have. So while I'm really happy I got the loan of this palette, I think definitely originally me not buying it is probably the right decision, just because I would say the two middle rows, I would have something similar. Just there's a few shades in here that I wouldn't have, like these three here. I don't think I have anything similar. If this managed to show up at my house to stay, I wouldn't kick it out for sure. It's a nice little palette, but I could definitely create this look with other things that I have. But it is still the same awesome Nomad quality. Their palettes and color stories just keep being awesome. So there we go. So that was our first play and our first better late than never in our Nomad series, because I've got 3 to play with. And again, remember your hydration, and that's it for me. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends, and we can still do all things Nomad together. So as always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.